We were performing for a jazz festival in the tri-state area between Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas. I was a trumpet player with the 77th Army Band, a post band out of Fort Sill. Our 18-piece stage band was pretty good, and we were by definition a professional group. And being, I think, the only professional jazz band at the festival, the rest were high school and college groups, we were considered the guest band. Now, the actual guest artist was going to be Louie Bellson, an internationally famous jazz drummer at the top of everybody's lists of great drummers. Let's put it this way. Pretty much the #1 jazz drummer in the world at that time was Buddy Rich. And when Buddy couldn't make the gig, Louie was first choice to sit in for him. That's how good he was. We'd been given a piece to play with Louie that was written for Louie, a drum feature entitled Explosion. And it certainly was. We worked on it for weeks and got it to where we thought it was in pretty good shape. We got to the event, and because we were the guest band and he was the guest artist, we got to be Louie's band for the day. Well, at least for that song. Our drummer Andy was no slouch himself, but he graciously stepped aside so Louie could shine. And shine he did. We thought we had the song learned, but we didn't expect the tempo Louie played it at. We hung on for dear life as he hit every crash, every push, every rhythm perfectly. He did a great job, and it was something to see. I don't think too many people even paid attention to whatever we played. It almost amounted to background noise. Anyway, after the show, I was talking to Andy about it. Wow, Louie was pretty good, wasn't he, Andy? I'd say. And Andy responded, pretty good. He was fantastic. But I realized, Andy said, something as he played. There was nothing he was doing that I can't do. He just played the basics, the rudiments. And then, with wonder creeping into his voice, he said, he just played them better. I've thought about that conversation many times over the years, and it has guided my playing, practicing, and teaching. There's a place for the flashy, the gimmicky, the riff-based playing that catches your attention, but not all the time. Most often, a good musician relies on basics, those musical and instrumental rudiments that can take pretty good playing and make it shine, like Louie did. So what are rudiments? The essentials of music. The what, when, and how of everything you play. Rudimentary skills include playing the correct tones together for every chord, scale, or mode in the song. They include locking every rhythm into the rhythmic framework or skeleton of the song so accurately that no timing sounds out of place. And rudiments include controlling your pacing or tempo, controlling your volume and dynamics, controlling the articulation or touch on each tone you play so the tones sound connected or separated or distinctly short or overlapping. Playing the right notes is the what, playing them with the correct rhythms that fit properly with the beat at the correct tempo, that's the when. The dynamics and articulations are the how. Altogether, these skills will make what you play sound good, musical, artful. They are all basic and rudimentary. I've had a distinct advantage over the years. I practice them all a lot because I teach them. Every time I help a student focus on rudiments, I'm practicing them again myself. I'm not the fastest player or the most innovative player, but I can consistently play well, and what I play will work and sound really good in the ears of the audience. So how can you focus on rudiments too? Think about it this way. You're responsible for 3 things. Your interface with your instrument, your interface with the song, and your interface with the rules, so to speak, of how music works. First, your interface with your instrument. Do you know how the sound is produced? How do you play a perfect sounding, flawless tone? How about a group of tones, what we might call a chord? As you play, can you control not only the pitch, but the rhythms and the volume as well? Can you make your instrument do what you want it to do? Secondly, let's talk about your interface with the song. Are you reading music from a page? Or are you thinking about the form, like a 12-bar blues? If you're reading the music, are you conscious of what every bit of ink on that page means? Are you playing the song at the right speed? Is it sounding musical? In third place is your understanding of musical rules. Think about them as musical best practices. How deep does your knowledge go? Are the terms you use well defined in your thinking? How far does your understanding of style and genre go? Each of these areas is fundamental and worthy of practice. In my opinion, you can't practice rudiments too much. They're the bread and butter of everything you play. Spend some time deliberately working on each skill, and your command of your instrument and the music will grow. And the more your command of rudiments grows, so will the comments like, "They're not just good, they're fantastic." Hey, a quick reminder, if you find these videos helpful, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And thanks, your support means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.